How y'all doing? It's your girl Saudi Rose coming to you with today's word. I hope you enjoy the super moon. I guess that's supposed to happen tonight. I looked outside yesterday and I was like, oh, whoa. It was so big. Today's word, it's like whenever I'm doing these words, I keep telling y'all I write these words. Like I wrote this it was 2023. And it's just, I don't write it out. I just come up with the themes as things are happening to me and I write it down to reflect whatever thought I'm having. And but whenever it's time for me, y'all, and I don't really have a cadence to when I do these messages, whenever it's time for me, it's like usually applicable to me as well. I just want to tell y'all because the whole point of spiritual school is that we're learning and growing together, that we are, sharing information, that, any message I'm giving to you is just a confirmation for your spirit team, for your intuition, any kind of validation or like clarity, or for something you to take back and practice for yourself. That's what this is really all about. And with that said, today's word is: when real opportunities come in, don't mess it up based on past fear. All praise to the Most High God. Love to the mother. I see this happen all the time, y'all. I've seen it too much lately, honestly. Sometimes, and I realize with myself, I didn't realize, how much trauma can really impact you. Or, when you're in a constant state of survival. Or, if things have just been coming at you nonstop. Different, but you remain focused, you held your ground, but you've had to really be in a fight or flight mode. When things finally do start, kind of the frequency starts going up, and people that are well-meaning coming into your life, or different opportunities are coming for you to grow, or different things come to you out of nowhere. If you're not in the right mindset, and if you haven't been putting yourself in that state of being, or if you are in a state of being but you are not ready to maintain it, and once you maintain it, to build it, if you're not ready to receive it, you're gonna have problems, and you could lose it. You could lose it. Just because God opens the door doesn't mean that it stays open. You have to be so ready for anything. So if you're calling in abundance to yourself, but you haven't put your mind in a state of mentality of abundance where you are thinking like someone who is wealthy, who is prosperous, if you're not saving your money, if you are spending everything that you have, if you have a lack mindset in terms of, how you're going to move forward with your life, and kind of how you're taking care of the people around you. Because one thing that I've noticed about people who really are higher frequency, and I'm not talking about the karmics who have a lot of money, I'm saying higher frequency individuals who are abundant and prosperous, they give money because they understand that money will come back to them. They don't hold on to money. When I say save money, I mean being smart with your investments. I mean stacking your money for whatever you're trying to achieve, setting up a legacy for your children. But when you always have when you have enough for whatever your goals are, then you give it. But they give and they give and they give because they know that energy is reciprocal and will come back to them, right? So if you're not in that state of mind, you're not carrying yourself, that you're not ready, because when the blessing comes in, y'all, it doesn't mean the work stops. Actually, I would say when the blessing comes in, that's when the work starts. I'm speaking from direct experience on relationships too. For real. When you have your soulmate, or your ideal partner, your divine counterpart, your best friend come in, you better be ready to receive that love. You better be ready to be vulnerable in a way that you haven't been before, because no one else could trust you the way that they needed to. Because y'all, I like the relationship I am in now. I love him so tremendously, and sometimes I find myself sometimes shaking, because like, I struggle being vulnerable because I am so used to people not doing me right or not having my best intentions, or, and so now that I have someone who actually cares about my well-being, it I've had to work on myself, and like, I'm not going to speak for him, but I know that he's probably having to work on being vulnerable too. Being absolutely vulnerable and opening up your heart to someone. And that doesn't just mean you know, establishing the relationship. It's real work. You know, it's not enough to just see each other in passing, going to work and coming back. If you're really in a meaningful, abundant relationship, a healthy, abundant relationship, it means that you're engaging each other as you would if you're best friends. It means that, you are there for that person when they're at their worst, when they need someone to talk to help digest what's happening in their lives. It means that you give them unexpected touches, y'all. We all need touching. I'm sorry. I know there are people out there who don't really like to be touchy-feely in terms of cuddling, but everyone needs touching. Walk up, just it's so sweet when someone kisses you on your forehead, or kisses you on your cheek, or kisses you on your hand. You know what I mean? Like, people need to be touched. We need touch. We really do. It is so sweet. To me, that goes farther any day than flowers. But I love flowers. But that's beside the point. But like, being meaningful, being a friend, being loving, being tender, like being soft. Like, there's a time for a man to be strong, but there's a time for him to be soft. And the same thing with women, right? We're talking about the divine men. We're talking about true balance of a relationship. When abundance comes in of your counterpart, it's on both sides. It's not one way. As a woman, you have to make sure, if you've been having to go into your divine masculine more because you've been single, especially as single moms, we can become, distorted in terms of the masculine side of ourselves, and we can kind of become hard and we, combative when it comes to men. And we have to have balance. It's a balance of letting the man lead, but the man understanding that in order for a woman to allow him to lead, right, that he has to make her feel safe. He has to allow her to be soft. If she doesn't feel safe, then she will never, respect him and let him lead like how he's supposed to be. And so it's a lot of work, y'all. The balance between a man and woman, we think so differently. And it's hard work, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it to have that kind of love that's real friendship, really growing together, really building together. And, and I just, like I said, I've seen it too often and I've seen people self-sabotage when real opportunity comes knocking at their door. And it's not just relationships, and it's not just money. It could be your opportunity to escape bad situations, bad environments, right? A job comes out of nowhere, and you are in a bad situation. You've made a lot less money, and here it is, a lot more money. You might be doing something that you've never done before, that you don't think that you're ready for, but God thinks is ready for, because God is presenting the opportunity for you. If it's landing in your lap without resistance and there's nothing confusing about it, it's going to get you out of a bad situation. If you have a lower paying job and you're like in a more dangerous neighborhood, and it's going to give you the ability to move your family, and you say, well, I'm too old, I just need to stay where I'm at, I don't need to take the risk. I'm here to tell you, don't blow your opportunity based on your fear. Go for it. Pack your bags, get your family. You're not too old to live every day and to enjoy your life the way that you deserve. Don't foreclose your opportunity that God thinks that you deserve. I hope that this message resonates. I hope that is helpful for you. And if it's applicable to any of y'all, just use your discernment, use your intuition. I love y'all.